Did you know that the United States leads the world as the biggest cookie bakers and eaters, spending more than $550 million annually on Oreos alone? Cookies are personally one of my favorite desserts. They're dangerously easy to snack on and so delicious. Not wanting to spend money on cookies or ask anybody else to make them for me, I decided to learn how to make them on my own. Allrecipes.com is the main website that I use when baking cookies or anything else. It's both credible and just as delicious as they say. So hopefully through this you can learn how to make one of the most simple cookies, which is a sugar cookie. The first step is preparation. Now there are 3 things that you're going to need to remember to keep in mind here. Number 1 is washing your hands. It's important to be clean and to wash your hands before handling food that others are going to be eating. Germs spread fast, and washing your hands is a fast and easy way to prevent that. Along those same lines, the second thing that you're going to need to remember is to keep all of your materials clean and to clean them beforehand. A clean space will make for clean cookies, which makes for healthy bodies. The last thing you want to do is gather all of your ingredients and materials beforehand so that you have them out and ready to use. These ingredients will include 2 3/4 cup of flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of baking powder, a cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, a half a cup of sugar, 1 egg, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. The materials that you're going to need are measuring cups, which will include 1 cup, 3/4 cup, a half a cup, 1 teaspoon, and a half a teaspoon. You'll also need 2 bowls, a beater, and a cookie sheet. After you have all of your materials out and ready for you to use, you can almost start mixing. First, you're going to need to preheat your oven. When you're cooking sugar cookies, it's a little bit higher, so you're going to put it at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, which will cook a dozen cookies at a time. While your oven preheats, you can start making your dough. First, you need to mix all of your dry ingredients. So in 1 bowl, you're going to add the flour, baking soda, and baking powder. After you mix that together with just a spoon, you can set that bowl aside. Next, you're going to mix all of your wet ingredients. The first thing you need to do is soften your butter. So you're going to get your butter, which will be 2 sticks, and put it in the microwave. Make sure that you just soften it and not melt it completely. And you're going to add that to the second bowl along with the sugar, egg, and vanilla. Use your beater to mix all of this together. The last step of making your dough is adding both the wet and the dry ingredients together. So what you're going to do is little by little, you'll add the dry mixture to the wet mixture. So basically, you're going to pour a small amount of the dry mixture into the wet bowl and beat it together with your beater. You're going to continue this until all of the dry mixture is in the wet mixture and it's all together in one. So now you will have your cookie dough ready, and all that's left before we eat them is to cook them. Before putting your cookies onto the pan, you need to make sure to spray it, just so that they don't stick. Then using a spoon, you can now begin to scoop a ball of your cookie dough onto the pan. Your pan should fit 12 cookies, 3 down and 4 across. With your oven at 350, you will cook your cookies for 8 to 10 minutes. When they're done, allow them to cool before you eat them. Hopefully my instructions were easy to follow and you were able to make some delicious sugar cookies. Make sure not to be discouraged if they don't turn out the first time. Practice makes perfect, but once you get your homemade cookies down, it's definitely worth it.